to 2024 forward. To DA victory forward. Goeiemôre, Sanibonani, Molweni. It's great to be with all of you wonderful Democrats in the streets. Dis te danke aan julle, ons aktiviste en ons raadslede en lede van die parlement, dat hierdie die beste regstad in die hele land is. We all know that we are in the midst of the worst unemployment crisis. 7 out of 10 young people, many of them graduates, don't have work. The national employment rate is 40%. So let me ask you this. How many people here today are paying more to feed their families than they did 2 years ago? How many people here are paying more to get to work or to get their children to school than they were 2 years ago? How many people here feel poorer today than they did 2 years ago? What is the ANC doing about this? Luto, aiko, nothing. 600,000 of our citizens lose their jobs based on nothing other than the color of their skin. They've introduced race quotas for water that's going to kill food security in the country. And they all say, oh, this is only the DA's making a noise about this. Well, I'm proud we're making a noise about it, because these other parties, the Greens and the Oranges, they come and say they represent the people, maar hulle is nergens in hierdie saak nie. Hulle is nie, dis die DA wat is in die howe. Dit is iets daaroor. Ons sit nie soos 'n blaffende hond in die hoekie en chunk en chunk en chunk. Ons doen iets om hierdie raskwotas uit te skop en seker te maak dat almal het gelyke kansse in ons wonderlike land. How many people here know Pick and Pay? Well, let me read to you the warning that was issued by the chairman of Pick and Pay just last week. And this is what he said about the race quotas on water. He said that it had a huge potential to impact on food security, ruin farms, thus also creating a banking and economic crisis. Democrats, this act will completely ban the employment of colored and Indian South Africans in certain provinces and sectors. It says in black and white, and for Kile Imbalula, he's dreaming. He's dreaming. He says, oh, that's not what the act says. It says it in black and white. The quota for employment of colored people in the agricultural sector in Limpopo and in Mpumalanga is 0.0. 0.0. It's not me making that up. It's in the quota. And what about here in the Western Cape? According to the research done by Solidarity recently, it will force, if it is implemented, it will force 1 out of every 3 colored South Africans to lose their jobs in this province. 1 out of 3. Look around you. 1 out of 3 of you will lose your job if these race quotas become law. Maar ons almal onthou die ANC 'n paar jaar gelede gesê het dat breinmense is overrepresented. Overrepresented. Dis nie 'n regering wat gee om vir die mense nie. Dis 'n regering wat werk teen die mense elke dag. Now, many of you know I grew up in KwaZulu-Natal. Ons het die Tafelberg nie, maar ons het die Drakensberg. And when I was there, I was in Chatsworth, and I walked around a market. The ANC's race quotas will destroy that market. Even though 60% of the people who live in Chatsworth are Indian, the quotas say that less than 2% of the people who work in the retail sector in KwaZulu-Natal are allowed to be of Indian descent. But the other big lie that the ANC is spreading out there is that this act is to desire black South Africans. Just like they promised that BEE would be broad-based and empower black South Africans, when all it's done is make a small group of people rich. People like Edwin Saudi, who's paying for the deputy president to live in a 30 million rand mansion. That's paying and making sure that we got a president to go and buy buffalo for millions of rands. Many of the president's buffalo are worth more than the houses that you live in. Dis 'n skande. Hoe kan dit wees? Hoe kan dit weet waar kinders gaan na die bed honger en ons sit met mense wat geld steel elke dag van die beursies van die mense in ons land. Ons moet hulle uitskop. Ons het 'n nuwe regering nodig. 'n Regering wat gee om vir die mense. 'n Regering wat stoot nie mense net van die pad af met hulle blou ligte en swart BMW's. Wat mense skop by die kant van die pad, want hulle het nie te vinnig uit die pad gekry het. Dis die arrogansie van hierdie regering. En daar's een manier om met arrogansie te deel, en dis by die knie af te kap. En jy doen dit met jou stem in 'n verkiesing. Black South Africans are going to suffer because of this act as well. And it's there as not making it up. The quota for black females in the Northern Cape senior management is 14.7%. What government reduces citizens to being a decimal point? What sort of government does that? This means that a real estate company in Kimberley that is 100% black female owned will fall foul of these rules. They will be persecuted of up to 10% of their turnover, and they will not be able to do any business with any government department. This is the punishment that the ANC is wreaking on us. They're not doing the hard work of creating jobs. They're doing the easy work of destroying jobs, making our people poorer and ruining our future even more than they have already. But there is one group who will benefit from this act. There is a group that will benefit. But it's not the poor. It's not the skilled workers who are locked out of opportunity. It's not our spend a fortune to study, but daar's geen werk vir hulle nie. These laws are designed to benefit one group and one group only. And that is the connected cadres in the ANC. That's who's going to benefit from these laws, because we've seen what they've done with cadre deployment already. Hoe hulle mense ingesit, hulle bandjies vir boeties, hulle vriende en hulle families, hulle side chicks wat hulle werk kry daar in die regering. Dis die mense wat die geleenthede het in ons land. Dis nie ons mense, dis die mense op die grond nie. Dis die rampokkers en die mense wat net steel elke dag van hulle lewe. Those are who are going to benefit. This is not empowerment or equality. It's about how the ANC can get more power and control over your life. They've already switched off your lights. They're coming for your water. They're coming for your child's education. And they're coming for every aspect of your life, including your private business that they now want to get in and control, and make sure that they can put their own cadres into your business, so that you would have to then help them get rich instead of empowering more people. But we're here today om 'n baie sterk boodskap uit te stuur aan mense, nie net hier in die Weskaap, maar rondom ons wonderlike land. Om te sê dat genoeg is nou genoeg. Ons is siek en sat van hierdie regering wat geen nie om vir ons mense. Ons is siek en sat van die steel en die korrupsie van hierdie regering. Siek en sat van stories elke dag hoe hulle ons geld gebruik om hulle lewe beter te maak langs die pad, sonder werk, sonder geleenthede. Ons kinders sit by die huis en hulle geen werk of geleenthede, want hierdie mense agter ons het dit gesteel en hulle sal nie ophou steel nie, kneekap in die komende verkiesing. This is now the time to do to the ANC what they did to the apartheid government, and that's to get rid of them, get them out, get in, like we've done in Cape Town, like we've done in the Western Cape, like we've done in Midvaal, like we're doing in KwaZulu-Natal with Chris Papas. And let me tell you, for it's all to work together, because this law is an assault on all of us. It's time now for saam staan. Saam staan sal ons sterk maak. Toe kom die ANC wou ons verdeel in klein kampies van bruin mense en Indiese mense en wit mense. Dis hulle doel. Want as hulle ons kon verdeel, die saam nie om teen hulle te staan. So ons moet nee sê. Ons sal nie verdeel word deur hierdie regering en hierdie party. En ons het nou 'n kans om hulle uit die nasionale regering te kry. We already got them out of government here in Cape Town. And look at your city, how beautiful it is today. We've got them out of the Western Cape. And look how beautiful your province is. Crime down 14%. 360,000 jobs up in the last quarter. This is a province that's working. The rest of South Africa is breaking, and this province is working. Why? Because it's always better where the DA is. And we have a chance, like we rescued and liberated the Western Cape, to do the same at a national level next year. And that's what the Moonshot Pact is all about. It's about bringing people together. It's about bringing civil society together. It's about bringing people who care about the future of the country together. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. We care about you, each and every one of you, and we want to build a better future for you. If every single person here today can get their families to go and register, there's 13 million people in this country who are not registered. We've got to go out and find every one of those 13 million people and make sure that they register. 14 million people who haven't voted in the last 2 elections. Ons moet daai mense vind en hulle uitbring op verkiesingsdag om te stem. Because the most powerful weapon that anybody has in a democracy is your vote. It's your vote. It's more powerful than a bullet. It's more powerful than a brick. And believe you me, it's more powerful than the ANC. We can defeat them with the power of the vote. So if you're watching today, go to check.da.org.za. Check your registration status. Register if you're not. And tell your family and friends to go to the website and make sure that you are registered. Daarmee kan ons daai sterk boodskap uitstuur dat ons is siek en sat van die ANC en ons stuur die boodskap baie duidelik uit. Ras Quotas se moer. We are all South Africans. We're not black people. We're not white people. We're not colored people. We're not Indian people. We are South African people. And South Africa, as our constitution says, belongs to all who live in it, united in our diversity. God bless South Africa en Nkosi Sikelel Afrika. God seën ons land. Dankie almal.